Tomorrow's showpiece events. The loser will face Papua New Guinea. The victors facing the South American nation. Strong Czechia lineup this, albeit with Yuri Dulisilova, the key player for them this weekend, wearing number 1, Alessandra Bendner, the number 6 jersey for Mexico, scoring Las Serpientes, the Snakes' only try in pool play across their 3 matches. The wind picking up in Montevideo, temperature still just north of 20 degrees Celsius, Saturday afternoon. 4:30 p.m. local time. There's Czechia's body of work so far. A win over Paraguay, not enough to send them into the Cup quarter-finals as one of the best third-place teams. Really did pay the price for the thrashing visited upon them by Poland and Mexico. Bottom of the pile in the overall standings. Not from 3 in pool play with, as I say, just that Alessandra Bender try to show for it. Hollywood, our referee today. And Czechia won't match the points tally they amassed in Dubai. Finished 8th, took 6 on the overall ladder. Best they can do is 9th and 4 points. And they've got to win their next 2 matches to make that happen. Yuri Dulisilova kicks us off. And kicks it straight out. A rare error from Dulisilova, who's been so effective, so impressive for Czechia over the past day and a half's action. 3 tries to her name, set up another as well, with clever attacking grubber kicks. Mexico looking to restore some pride after a bruising experience in the opening 3 matches. Zoe Tuyu, sister, also played for Mexico, 7s and 15s. 1 clean phase is all Mexico can muster. Maria Fernanda Tovar up to the 10-meter line. Ortiz, Denise Ortiz, going to the right. And once more, Ortiz making a nuisance of herself. Tuyu under pressure. Takes the space, wins the penalty. Smart play from Mexico. Alessandra Bender, 35-year-old veteran, born in New Jersey, USA, grew up there. Mum didn't want her to play rugby during high school. Took 5 years out of the game in her early and mid-teens. Took it up again after moving down to Mexico, from where much of her family hail. She's been around the block a few times. She's a wily customer. Can she inspire Mexico to their first win of the weekend? Disguised ball to the front, and Tovar, Maria Fernanda Tovar. 10 meters out, Mexico. Laura Rodriguez sets it up in midfield. 3 required to stop her. Little untidy at the base. Czech fingers all over that ball, and stolen back by Plevova. And Czechia can motor from deep. And here's one of the speed merchants, Sladkova, powering away. Support looms on the inside. She might not require it. She's gone. Agnieszka Marta Sladkova from coast to coast. She runs the length of Montevideo, and she breaks the deadlock in the 9th place semi-final. Class act, Agnieszka Marta Sladkova. A couple of tries in the cup quarter-final in Dubai against Kenya. Missed her second today in Montevideo. The kick grazes the post and sneaks through. 7-0 Czechia lead, and it stems from this bear-like piece of jackling from Kristina Plevova, who's the physical behemoth of the Czechia team. Sladkova very much the wheels and the gas, and nobody could lay a glove on her despite Alessandra Bender's best efforts to bring her down. Kick drops right on the 10 meters line, and it was played by Mexico, so the line-out belongs to Czechia.
Mexico, you're here. Set the gap.
Didn't score a single point in pool play in Dubai. Scored only 7 this time around in Uruguay. That line-out well overthrown by Czechia. and then knocked on the floor by Mexican paws. Maria Fernanda Tovar just fumbling as she went to try and scoop it up. Mexico coached by Alessandro Cordone, former Mexico men's 15s fullback. He's the technical director in charge of both programs, but takes on a hands-on role with the women's coaching side as well. Checa going to work the switch play, and they too not finding their fluency, knocked on by Rigertova. And Mexico can establish a foothold in this Czech half. Averaging over 45 points per match conceded in pool play in Dubai, including a game against Czechia. Finished 34 points to nil when the teams met back in January. Tuyu interfered with at the base of that scrum. Czechia offside. What's the call here from Las Serpientes? Zoe Tuyu with the coordination. And off she goes, showing the ball left, then dishing it out to the right. A brace of physicality from the Czech defence. Tuyu has to check back on the inside. Dolizilova's coming up to make the big shot, but Denise Ortiz has the size and the power to steal a few metres. And then she's scrabbling the ball back on the floor, and that is not allowed. And Mexico has been a feature of their struggles in this competition, failing to build any momentum in phase play, but Czechia likewise. This inaccuracy plaguing both teams. Since Czechia have got the game to break down Mexico, if only they can segment a few passes together. Tuyu caught by Bolfova, but it's a wonderful pass to Bender, who is holding Czech at bay. Ball dislodged in the tackle, and it has gone forwards as Fernanda Tovar went through to smother. Just not happening for either side at the moment. Some maddening mistakes from Czechia with ball in hand. Mexico just asking a couple of questions of their defence, but they too lacking that clinical edge which has eluded them for past two events on the HSBC Challenger Series. Czechia looking to go the distance again. Sladkova loses it. Backwards this time. Sladkova has it once more. Cat flap out the back door. And Bolfova, at the second time of asking, picks it up, accepts the collision and falls to ground. Plevova. And a switch pass. Mexico in trouble here. Plevova, wonderful. Two-handed offload. This is excellent fluency now. Retsova, Bolfova, Sladkova on the outside. And clearing away will go Kristina Rigertova. This is a peach. A peach as ripe as they come from Czechia. And in a scrappy ninth place semi-final, that is a try to hang in the Louvre. Finished by Rigertova. She's off the mark for this Challenger Series event, but started some 95 metres hence. Dolisilova slams through the conversion. 14 points to nil. Czechia lead at half-time. A packed programme on day 2, Saturday evening in Montevideo, coming your way over the next few hours. The Women's Cup quarter-finals kick off after this match. Hong Kong, China against Uganda. We'll play right through to the 4 men's quarter-finals this evening.
Time on.
But in the here and now, it's Mexico trying to rise from the ashes of that error-strewn first half. Register their first win of the competition. And that will give them a decent platform to start from.
You're here. Yeah. Set.
Zoe Tuyu of the Cancun Hammerheads Club back in Mexico. Several thousand miles to the north of here. To Tovar at the front. Again, that option, but again, they can't resource the ruck in time. Penalty goes their way. Tuyu showing that ball, inviting teammates onto it. But Czechia strong over the ball, but not keeping their feet in the process. Back-to-back penalties allow Mexico prime possession. And they'll set up this
Let's go now.
tap penalty play. Tuyu, Tovar juggles but holds at the second attempt. Gets up to the 5 and then has the ball ripped viciously from her grasp. Dorizilova, 1-on-1 with Bender. Support on the inside. Dolizilova's going to back herself here. Bender's chasing. She won't get near. Yuli Dolizilova, the kingpin of the Czechia team, backs herself for treble of tries in Montevideo. It's a super long-range effort from Yuli Dolizilova, and in keeping with the other 2 she's scored in this competition, it is worth watching over a few times. Kick not worth watching in quite such fine detail from Czechia's number 1, but it's an excellent solo effort. She has certainly added a few minutes to her personal highlight reel in Uruguay. It was her rip that just almost disdainfully dispossessed the Mexican carrier Tovar, and she had the resilience to hold off Bender on an 80-yard dash to the line. Stepanka Slukova, the teenager, is on for Czechia as we enter the last 5 minutes of this 9th place semi-final. Winner goes through to play Paraguay, tomorrow's final. Loser, as things stand, Mexico against Papua New Guinea in the 11th placed showdown to decide the bottom 2 spots. Oh, she's lost her shirt. Disrobed by a meaty Natalia Ritsova challenge.
Okay. Number 7. Siete.
Excellent Spanish from Hollywood, the referee. Just alerting Laura Rodriguez that her number is literally up. So everybody fully clothed once more. And Czechia on the prowl for a 4th try. This is Slukova and Sladkova. Rigertova on the outside. She's going to gas them again. Coming across is Tuyu, but she won't get there. Rigertova scores again. And Czechia score again. It looks pretty simple in the end. Superior speed and running power of the Czechia players. Too much for Mexico to quell. And Rigertova doubles up. Bolfova's near touchline kick falls well short. 24 points to 0.
Mexico captain.
And here's that run in for Rigertova. Estefania Espindola
We're going to restart.
was working hard. So too was Tuyu.
For your player recklessly diving on the
Just
player.
didn't have the speed.
Okay, stop there.
And we're actually going to restart with a penalty here on halfway.
Starting with a penalty for a player recklessly diving on the try scorer. Okay, penalty restart, okay? Time back on.
Yeah, it's gone against Zoe Tuyu, who leapt upon Rigertova as she scored. Hollywood taking a dim view of that tackle. And here's Bolfova scything through on her own. Look for the pass to Sladkova. Backwards off Mexican fingertips. Sladkova gets a second bite. And on it goes to Christine Tesarova for try number 5 to Czechia. Bolfova made the initial bust. Ball was loose. Everybody stopped and looked at each other, barring Agnieszka Marta Sladkova, and she sent Tesarova cantering home.
Backwards, yeah, in the tackle.
You can hear Hollywood just explaining that decision. Looked like a knock-on from up here, but Hollywood on the ground, eagle-eyed, spotting that it's a Mexican player who'd knocked it backwards. And there's the upshot. Sladkova, Tesarova, try time. Sealed with a cartwheel. Acrobatic flamboyance from Czechia. 2.5 minutes to play. Can Mexico find an elusive try?
Scrum, green.
Just one all weekend for them thus far. This their 4th game. It's been another challenging experience for them. A learning experience for Las Serpientes as they grow in exposure and experience at this level and learn just how ruthless, just how unforgiving the World Rugby HSBC Challenger Series is. Zoe Tuyu looking to apply the defibrillators to this flatlining Mexican attack. Still they can't find the targets of their passes, and still Czechia boss them at the breakdown, but do so with the aid of an infringement.
7.
Zoe Tuyu, very much the orchestrator. And again, she shows the ball before finding Maria Fernanda Tovar. And the kick is now the weapon of choice for Mexico. Can they unleash some of their speedsters out wide? The bounce is unkind to them. And Daniela Alvarado
Substitution.
has to watch it grimly bobble into touch. Approaching the final minute, Czechia can rotate their squad if they choose. Their work for the day almost done. They'll be back for the 11th placed, the 9th placed final tomorrow. Untidy line out, won by Rochin, but quite clearly a crooked throw. Got to direct those straight down the middle. Referees will allow a little bit of leeway, but
Sub green 8 and 9.
if, as Czechia, where you're catching it over your outside shoulder, the left shoulder of Lucia Rochin, you're always going to be free kicked. And Mexico have
You've opted for scrums on the 15.
opted for the scrum here. So when we come to the 15-metre line where that scrum's to be held. Just over a minute to play. Is there an opportunity for Mexico to bow out with a bang on day 2 in Montevideo? Not with a scrum feed like that. Really untidy from Andrea Espinosa. And Czechia can inflict more misery upon them here. A brutal, bruising run from Slukova. Now Sladkova, snaffled at the base. Plevova, again her physicality telling. Green jerseys swarming around her, sent sprawling. Sladkova, Rochin, Gartnerova on the edge, loses it.
No advantage.
And Mexico will have one last opportunity, albeit from 80 metres.
Number 4, sub.
And Maria Fernanda Tovar is being withdrawn at the death by Alessandro Cordone, the coach. Argelia Rodriguez Canizales is on in her stead. So 80 metres out, last play of the match. Mexico looking to avoid the ignominy of being nilled once again, as they were 3 times in Dubai. Heading for a 3rd successive nilling. The scrum dismantled. Czechia in possession. Hooter sounds. One last play to put the cherry on the cake. Awkward pass, but well gathered in by Tesarova. And she is dominating Mexico's defence. But she's just put a boot in touch at the corner. Tesarova denied a fourth try of the weekend as her bootlaces graze that white paint. It's an excellent cover tackle from Maria Jimenez to haul her over the line. A small moment of personal pride and solace for Mexico, but it is the 11th place final once more for Las Serpientes. They'll take on Papua New Guinea. Czechia will play for those all-important 4 overall series ranking points tomorrow when they face Paraguay in the 9th place final. Full time, Czechia 29, Mexico 0.